Hi there, today's lesson we're going to learn how we can spice up our playing with arpeggios. So kindly like this video and subscribe to my channel. So what are arpeggios? Arpeggio simply means running on a note of a chord. So let's take this chord for instance. We have F, A, and C. This is F major chord. If you run on this note, F, A, and C, just like that, we have what is called arpeggio, alright? So you have several patterns of arpeggio of which you can create some yourself. You can choose to descend to create arpeggio patterns or choose to ascend, or sometimes choose to double or triple some of the notes to create different arpeggio patterns, alright? So if you are to ascend on this F major chord, F, A, and C, or Do, Mi, So, this is an arpeggio pattern, or you can choose to descend instead. So this is also an arpeggio pattern, or you can choose to double or triple some of the notes. So you see that? So you can use the double, the triple, or the ascending or the descending in order to create different arpeggio patterns yourself. Now the question is, why do we need to learn arpeggios in our daily lives? We can use arpeggios to create nice intros. And also you can use arpeggios to create fills in between two chords. And moreover, you can use arpeggios to end your song. You can create arpeggio patterns either with your right hand or your left hand. Or sometimes you can choose to merge both hands to create nice arpeggio patterns. Arpeggios do sound interesting when you hold down your pedal. So without your pedal, you see that? So if your pedal, now we're going to take some cool exercises here. We are going to take this F major chord. We start with Do, Mi, So. Alright, Do, Mi, So. That's what we're going to play. But we're going to run from the lower octave to the higher octave. So we start from here, Do, Mi, So. And repeat the same pattern on the next octave. Do, Mi, So. Do, Mi, So. Do, Mi, So. See that? You can choose to descend on this same pattern. So it will be like So, Mi, Do, So, Mi, Do. So you can increase the tempo a little. So this is a very nice arpeggio pattern that you can learn for yourself. The second arpeggio pattern is you're going to use this F at 9 chord to create arpeggio pattern. So this is the chord C, F, and A, G. Alright, so Do, Re, Mi. Now we're going to play So, Do, Re, Mi, and repeat on the next register the same thing, just like that. So starting from the lower octave. So let me slow it down a little. So Do, Re, Mi. You repeat the same pattern on the next octave. So Do, Re, Mi. So Do, Re, Mi. So Do, Re, Mi. So Do, Re, Mi. If I were to be descending, Mi, Re, Do, So, Mi, Re, Do, So, Mi, Re, Do, So. See that? So that's another cool arpeggio exercise that you can practice all day long. So the next exercise is going to be, we're going to take this chord. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 notes. So La, Do, Re, Mi. Alright. So La, Do, Re, Mi. So La, Do, Re, Mi. So the best way to practice this arpeggio exercise, look at this fingering. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. See that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Across all the register. Now let's start from the lower octave as we do it always. So La, Do, Re, Mi. Repeat the same pattern here. So La, Do, Re, Mi. 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 See that? If I were to descend on this same pattern, the same thing, mi, re, do, la, so, mi, re, do, la, so. If you are to descend on this same pattern, the fingering will be 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. So, la, do, re, mi, So this is also an arpeggio pattern. Now let's try and add our left hand to it. So let's start with this chord. Now we're going to include our left hand in our exercise. We have C, F, A, and C. So we will play the C note with our left hand, share this do, mi, so pattern with our right hand. So, do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, mi, so. So when we start our thumb, we cross to the next octave, cross, cross. Now let's take our next exercise. This time around, we are playing along with our left hand. So this same chord, so, la, do, re, mi. If you have to share with our left hand will play so, la, whilst we play do, re, mi with our right hand. So, la, do, re, mi, so, la, do, re, mi, so, la, do, re, mi. Starting from the lower octave, it will be like so, la, do, re, mi. You see that? So that's another way of practicing arpeggio with both hands. Is we take this chord, so, do, re, mi, and share with our left and right hand, okay? So this is what we're going to play. Our left will play the C note, whilst our right hand plays do, re, mi, okay? So, do, re, mi, so, do, re, mi, so, do, re, mi, so, do, re, mi. You see that? So this also a nice arpeggio pattern. Let me show you the last arpeggio pattern for this section. So you're going to take this 4 note, so, la, do, re, so, la, do, re. See that? So, la, do, re. We're going to share with our left and right hand. Our left will play so, la, and my right will play do, re. So, la, do, re, so, la, do, re, so, la, do, re. So let's start from the lower octave to the higher octave. We're going to play so, la, na, 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 na. It sounds nice. Now let's try and add arpeggios in between chords as a fill. Now let's take this simple chord progression. Do, fa, la, so. See that? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So you can see that all the chords falls on the 1 or the first count. Now to insert arpeggios in here, you only insert arpeggios on the 3rd count. So 1, 2, 3. So on the 3rd count, that's where you can insert your arpeggios to the next chord. So from do to fa, we can play anything arpeggio before we get to fa on the 3rd count. So I will play so, la, do, re, so, la, do, so, la, do, re, so, la, do, before I get to fa. Alright, so 1, 2, so, la, do, you see that? 1, 2, 3. You see that? 1, 2, na, 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 na. I'm using this so, la, do, re pattern like this arpeggio to create fills in here. Now let's see how we can use arpeggios to end songs. Now you're going to use this arpeggio pattern. Sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, re, mi, sol, la, do, re, mi. You see that? So with this same progression, 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead for us to come back to do, you can resolve. See that? So from so, instead for me to come to do, then you can play something like arpeggio. Okay, 1, 2. I'm going to end with arpeggio. You see that? So that's using arpeggios to end songs. So you can try your hand on different arpeggio patterns and see how beautiful it sounds like.